Hey guys, how's it going? So let me get all the messages out, let everybody know that we're going live, and we'll get right on it. Okay, got two more to do, and then we'll start tracking down. Let me go ahead and put you up a chart real quick. While I'm doing the other two. Here's one that everybody's been watching today that we called out earlier. There we go. What am I looking at? I think that's about Goddess. We got one more. Okay, and guys, like always, if you got any questions, anything like that, throw them up here in chat and we'll go over them. Hey, first again, man, what's happening? Oh yes, made some great money today. We're doing good. Hey, what's up? So we have Wonky, John, Sturgis. All right, man. I already took my profit from that. So let me explain to y'all what I did earlier. One to y'all that wasn't in earlier. So we got in right around this area here, and I ended up selling one here on this one, and then one somewhere right over here, and I was sold out. I got out. Well, it continued to run, so I said, well, if it bounces, I'll get back in. So right here on this candle, I popped back in, and I carried it into the $30 range, and I sold again. I wasn't interested in, I didn't go up to the 50, I wasn't interested in that. To me, if you start looking here on the 15 minute, once it started pulling away from this 15, after that it was a risk for me, so I took profits and got out. And I was a little early. I probably should have took it closer to $40 instead of I think it's like 32, 33, 34, somewhere around through there. But there was no way I was going to hold this to 50. And in my opinion, if you held it to 50, you was playing a lottery ticket then, because after that there is way more downside than there is upside, and you pretty much got lucky. Now, can this continue to run? Yeah, I mean, it can. I mean, and if it's a play that you're wanting to stay in, by all means, stay in it. But for me, even if I was wanting to stay in it, this is a part where I would take at least some profits on it. It's a good time to take profits, and there's no point. I mean, you're already up so crazy right now. Even if you got in down here or up here, you're still up in so much crazy profits that it's worth taking at least some profits on. We also played Twitter puts. We got in on what was it? Plug puts, and then CLF, which I want to go over a couple of things on CLF here in a minute for earnings. It's staying down like I had hoped, and it didn't go down too far, which is good. I want it to stay down because it'll be more of a surprise if it does pop up. Now, guys, earnings does not have to hit. CLF has had good earnings last time, but because it missed estimates, it ended up not doing as well. It did spike up a little bit. I remember on that last one, I did okay on it, but it didn't blow up like it should have. This one I expected to do a lot better, and we've got some analyst stuff to look at and some news to look at and earnings stuff to look at. We can go over all that. I can show you. There was something I played while we was off. Right here. No, ChargePoint I was already in. Oh man, I'd have to go back and look and see what it was. So, I'm out. Let's see how Twitter ended up doing after we got out. So see, yeah, we got out at a pretty good, where did we get out at? Right around this one right here on this big long spike down. We got out there. This really long one here that went down to 64.73. And you can see, even though it's come up and went down, you actually probably could have played it again right here and made as much money if you had any more day trades. But really, to hold from here and for it to continue down, there was no point in it. I mean, I was already lower here than what it was if I'd have held on. So we made a good play on that one. Regardless of even if it did go down, we made a good play, but we made a really good play considering that we about topped or bottom ticked it in this case. Plug. What did Plug end up doing? That's not Plug. Yeah, Plug's the same situation. It come down great. We did this right here, and it's not been lower since. So we made a good call on that one. Can't think of. There was another play here that I ended up playing right after I got off the stream with y'all, and I cannot remember what it is. I'd have to go back and look on my recent trades to see. Where are we at? HX. Yeah, HX took a tough turn. It's actually looking good for puts still. I mean, this is probably going to come on down. Does it have options? No, so you can't get puts on it. American Airlines has stayed up above that 200. You know, if this holds over the weekend or into tomorrow over the weekend, that might bode pretty well. I heard Carnival was doing good. Let's see. That's not Carnival. Ooh, no, Carnival didn't do good at all. Maybe it's puts I seen on. I was looking at options earlier. Tiger, right now is a good time to get Tiger calls. Especially if it's if you're out of day trades or don't want a day trade. It's still got a long way to go to the 200. It's at the 50 right now. And I believe it's going to test the 200 again like it did back here. So it's looking good to hold above that right now. Okay, so guys, before we go any further, it'd really help me out with YouTube's algorithm and everything if you'd hit that like and subscribe button. With that being said, let's get into, I wanted to show you some stuff on CLF for earnings. Let's see. Yeah, it double topped. I mean, it's possible it could go back up, but it's going to need a lot to continue to go up where it's at. Yeah, I call you Sturgis just because that's what it looks like instead of the shrug is real. uh, yeah, we can check out Playboy before I get into the CLF. Let's take a look at it real quick. Yeah, it's continuing to climb. I mean, you can see this. It's hard to kind of notice it at first, but you see how it's starting to arch. That's usually meaning it's coming down, and it usually does one or two things. Around that time, it'll either pull back or it'll consolidate a little bit before it tries to take off again. So, really, if I was playing this, for me, if I got a clear break under the 50-day, and like let's say it retested and got rejected again, then that would be my get out point on this. Until it done that, I would hold. You never know, it could spike up again before it decides to do that. But you can see how it's kind of starting to arch, almost like a circle or an N being formed, maybe an R. So whenever you start seeing that, it's starting to slow down. And if you look too, you see how you back here you're getting a lot bigger candles, and down here they're starting to get smaller. I mean, you got one or two in there, but mostly they're getting smaller. That's volume dying down. I mean, look, it's almost through the day, and it might hit 1 million, but it's barely going to do it. When yesterday it got over 1 million, I'm pretty sure. I mean, just this one candle right here is 760,000. So it kind of gives you an idea where people's at with it. So let's get into CLF. Let's talk about the play. Let's talk about what we're doing with it. See, it's starting to get closer to power hour. I was noticing here, if we go to the maybe it's 3 minute. Look at the volume starting to come in, these big green candles. Now there is some, the problem with some of this, if we start doing volume analysis on it, we are getting a lot of selling too coming into it. But maybe I can ease your mind that we are going to start picking up with these volumes. In the comments part of this, people are very bullish on this. They are starting to really get wound up about it. Also, let me put you on my screen here. So this site right here is Earnings Whisper. We're going to use this and Bazinga and then a couple others and just go over some key things I thought looked pretty interesting. One on this one is the sentiment. So earnings sentiment is 76% positive. The orange, I think, is maybe like a neutral type thing, and only 23% negative. Also, the stock price sentiment is very positive. They believe it's going up. So this is up, this is stay around the same, and this is going back down. So people are really liking this stock. They're really getting into it. And, you know, in the end, it don't matter what earnings is. Earnings can be bad, it can be good. It's the way people perceive that earnings. That's because a stock doesn't move according to if a company's doing good or not. A stock moves if people are buying it or not. So always keep that in mind. A stock will not move depending on how the company does. A stock only moves on people's perception of it and will they buy it. If we come, so this right here was on the 11th. They have acquired this right here, Farias Processing and Trading Company for a total enterprise. That was that last spike up we seen on the 11th. If we come in here, I'm trying to look for it. I've got this shit everywhere. Let me see. No, wrong one. Right here. Every one of these has a good buy rating with the analyst. So this right here is at buy right now, and the only reason it's not stronger is because there was a couple of neutral settings in here too. The hold settings, none of them is below a hold. We have several strong buys, one regular buy, and then a few holds. And every one of them is either upgraded or they're just now initiating their coverage on it, which means they're just now putting a position on it. And look at even the ones that are hold are usually pretty positive, $24. Because remember, we're sitting at, what is it, $21 right now. They're expecting this to, even on the medium stance, be around $24. This now here's 39. So there's a very good positive outlook on it. This right here was the earnings on July 22nd, so the last quarter's earnings. We can see that it missed it by 2%, or 0.02%. We can see that they're expecting it to be a pretty spot on around this time. Let me find, I'm trying to find this other one here. Maybe, is that it? No. I know I've got it here somewhere. I was looking at it. Their recommendation is also a buy. I might have got rid of it, guys. But anyways, overall, the sentiment is good on it. The projected EPS is what I was trying to find on it right now, what they're predicting it'll be. And I cannot find it. So I've done something with it here. Anyway, but you can see from the last time that they had earnings that they did very well with earnings. They had good EPS and they had good revenue. It's just on the EPS they missed the prediction. So I'm really looking for this to do at least decent, at the very least decent in it. I'm looking for us to gain at least a couple of dollars. Probably my guess will be at least to the 22.50 area, and it would be really nice if we seen 25. I know a lot of people, when I see them on there, are talking. They're expecting it to hit 25 and 30, but you know, I like to play the more conservative side of it and say, well, let's aim low. That way, if it hits high, we'll be good. This earnings whisper, too. A lot of this information's here free. Some of it you got to buy, but it's a really good. It's where I get my calendars and stuff too from it. So let's go back to the charts and let's talk about the way we're going to play this. We can see that it's already starting to go up. Me, personally, for me to sell it before, for me to sell my options, now I've got shares too, but for me to sell my options before the bell, it would have to hit in the money on my options. And where we at? Calls. 29. So mine would have to hit, I think I picked up a couple of the 21.5s. No, wait, hold on, let me look real quick. That way I can tell you. Okay, I got 3 of the 22s, and I picked up 5 of these 22.5s. So that's where I'm sitting at with mine right now. So for me to sell, I would have to hit those in the money. But my shares, I'm definitely holding until we see what earnings is. But the fact we're starting to get this volume in makes me think the after hours is going to be good. Now, let me see if y'all got any questions, any takers, anything like that. For me, yeah, I would have already took profits on DWAC. If it was me, I mean, let's take a look at it real quick. It could probably continue to go up a little bit, but we've already, let me show you. We have resistance in this box right here. We already double topped and we failed to even get all the way to it right here. Right now it's consolidating. You might see a little bit. So what you could do in this situation, if you wanted to hold and see, you could say, well, if it drops clear below, let's say, $43, then you sell. But if not, we will sell when it gets above the 51.90 and starts showing resistance. So that's one way of playing it. For me, I would have already sold. I sold mine. What I did is I picked a percentage that I wanted and sold there. So as long as I get the meat of the trade, I'm fine. I think altogether, out of everything, I came close to somewhere between 75 and 100% of the money I had in on it. So take it for whatever it's worth. It ran from when we called it out this morning. We caught it right here in this first little dip. So from when we called it out to the highest it ran today was 302%. So I missed out on 200% myself, but I'm fine with that. I got 100%. I'm good with that. Not only that, I made money with Twitter and Plug. I know a couple of y'all held out, and you're probably up 200 or 300% right now. Congratulations. I'm glad y'all made that. For me, I'm not into risking that much unless I already have a bunch already won. So what I do is I usually take profits a little here and a little there. So I might sell a little bit on the way up, and then whenever it starts showing resistance, I'll sell out. For me on this one, if I was following the EMA rules, I would have got out right here at this whenever it fell under the EMA line right there. See right now where it's starting to do that. If this candle closed below that EMA line, and we're talking about a good candle, not just one of them little small ones like up here, that would be my get out point. Or you could wait until you see one red candle and then one open and close below it. That's another good time to get out like that. And if you get out and it continues to run, don't worry about it. You'll eat yourself alive saying, man, I wish I would have held. Think about how much you gained on it. Anything right now is a lottery ticket. You might as well take your winnings, go put it on a lottery ticket, because that's what you're doing right now. I'm talking about my accent. Yeah, I've got a weird accent. It comes and goes, but when I'm relaxed, it is very pronounced. Yes, that was a good play this morning. I can't remember if we seen it on the Weevil Tops or if we seen it on Benzinga, but as soon as we seen that and checked it out, that was a good play. For y'all that wasn't in here whenever we called it out, we seen it when it looked like that. And we said, well, if it bounces there, that should be a good play. So we seen that one candle, and I said, let's wait and see, because it was still jumping at the time. I said, let's wait and see. So we left, and we came back. When we came back, it was already starting to break over this top. So we missed the actual get-in point that we wanted was right here. Well, I did. Y'all may not have missed it if you was watching. And I ended up getting in here the first time. I sold my first one at this peak, sold my second one here. I got back in on this bounce right up here when it came back. And sold my last one, I think on this candle here when it started coming back down. So that was when I fully got out of everything, was right here. Let's see what else is running today. I want to put in a play for tomorrow. Yeah, see, this is what we was talking about. If you wanted to hold it and wait, right now is your chance to see what it's going to do. And if you got out, don't worry about it. You made great profit. We're talking dollars now. Not tens, not 20s. Dollars is all you're gaining right now. And that's probably all you're going to possibly gain. But watch this. If you get the break above this up here, then the first sign of resistance you get, that's when I would get out. Like I said, you're already up 200 or 300%. So I don't know at that point. You know, what are you in it for? Trying to see if there's any place where ooh, see, that would have been a nice one to catch off this bounce. If this bounces again, let me see, how long has it been running for? Man, that's nice. Does this have options? Yes, it does. It's just now beginning to run today. What kind of news is on it? Ooh, wow. No, steer clear of this one, guys. They're investigating this company for security violations. Yeah, I don't care what the news is. I'd steer clear of that one. Oh, see, that'd have been a nice one to catch if we was watching. Does this one have options? No. I don't know, just something about this one strikes me, like especially if it can break above that, because we're in somewhat of an ascending triangle if we look. Well, let's just go down here. See, so if it breaks out of the top, that's one to watch. So let's put us an alert here. And then if it breaks out of the top, we can catch it. There we go. So now if it breaks out, we'll know. Yeah, that one's already too far gone. We probably should have looked at these first. Maybe we could have caught a couple of these. What about on this? Man, what's DD doing? This one could run another day. What's the news? Well, the RSI's a little hot. What's the news on this one? Yeah, with it being a China stock, I would stay away from it right now. A lot of bad things can happen there today or tomorrow. Matterport, we called out Matterport a couple of days ago, and look at it now. See, we've been calling it out ever since this dip. We had this one, it consolidated yesterday, and now it's spiked up again. I look for this one to retest this area again, this 2283. So what are... Yeah, if this one comes down in dips, I might pick up some options on this one. So let me write this down. And let's see. And this one would be playing. I'd be holding this one overnight. What, did I get an alert already on it? No, I got an alert on Duo. Let's see what it did. Hang on, we'll come back to it. Is that the one I just put it on? Yeah. So it's broke over it. So let's put it just a little bit further up. Create an alert. We don't want to buy. Let's put it once per minute right now so we can keep an eye on it. Because if you just do it once a day, then it won't do it again after it does it. So let's see what it does from there. Now, we was looking at Matterport. Options on it, call options for the 19th. Yeah, that's a really sweet deal right there. The 22.5s. That's a really sweet deal. Tell you what, let's take a look at this one real quick if we come and put it on the options calc. We want to go with a call. Matterport, we want to buy a call option for the 19th. The 22.5. That's closer to the price it's at now. So if we calculate, and guys, if it ever has the price wrong, you can just type it in up here and then it'll give you the right information. So see here, if this just goes up, where we at? It costs 75 now, and it's at 2013. So we bought this at 70. So let's say here, if it goes up to here by tomorrow, you're looking at a 50% profit, just if it raises $1 for each contract. So that's not a bad deal. And it's cheap enough to where you can get a couple of them, you know. Yep, CLF is starting to climb into the after hours to the end of the day. It's looking good now. I believe what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale down, and I'm going to pick up a couple more so that my average price will be lower. So if we're looking here, this this is tomorrow. We don't want, do we? What's the... Oh, wow, that's really nice. No, I don't want to hold that overnight. Here we go. Which one do I want to get? Again, let's pick up 2 of the 22 and 3 of the 22 fives. That looks good to me. Damn, that filled quick. Let me get the other one, and then I'll take some of y'all's questions. See, I like playing like this. We can work as a team and do a little bit better with it. So see, that dropped my average price of the $22 calls under 70 bucks. So that's awesome. I'm technically in profit right now. Alright, let me see what y'all have for me to look at here. Excuse me. I mean, could D-Walk make another run? Not like it did today. I seriously don't think it would. Could it go higher? Yeah, of course it could go higher, but this is a really hard one. I mean, this is mainly running on the name of Donald Trump right now. For y'all that don't know, right here, let's see. See, there's a lot of news around it. So as soon as this news goes away, this is gone. I know there's some people in Discord saying it's going to be the next Twitter. Bullshit. This is solely running on news right now. It's a SPAC, IPO, merger, whatever you want to call it. That is solely running on news. So could it stay up another day or two? Yeah, it could. Oh, I just realized y'all didn't even see that. Let me put that back up here for y'all to look at. See? Right there. It's I'm really surprised it doesn't as good as this, but the way things are around him right now, or have been for a while, you know, people still like the guy. You know, I can't stand him, but people still like him, and he can definitely draw in a crowd. That's for sure. Ooh, Uber might be looking good for some puts. And it's up right now, so it would have plenty to fall. What did Ford do today? Ford's still climbing, slowly but surely. Okay, let's see. If CLS moves on earnings, do you expect a pop or a drop or a run? I know a lot of people who got in 1001 on options expiring 1029. For me, I look for, it really depends on, they're supposed to have a really good growth outlook. So that's going to help out. And I look for it to beat earnings. And I look for it to get a positive sentiment. You know, just people being really bullish on it. It's also being watched at by the Reddit crowd too, so there's a lot going for it. So I expect a couple of different things could happen. We are either going to see it run up until earnings in the pre-market, and as long as it does good, we'll see it run even more. We'll probably see somewhere between, like I said, well, if these are just guesses, we'll probably see anywhere from $23 to $25. And this is my average prediction. It could be a lot better, it could be a lot worse. We're just giving the average. So see it running to about $25 up into about midday, and then it's going to pull back and probably not do much else for a couple of days and then go on up. Now, if it does extremely well, we could see it hit 30 to 35 and continue to run for a day or two. If it gets 2 in the morning and it barely misses, then it's going to be a crapshoot. But the good news is it'll be run up by then, and it's very possible that we could exit out around the bell before it drops, in profit before it drops. The very worst news would be is that we get out with not much of a profit, but not much of a loss neither. I really don't see this thing the way it's doing and the way that the sentiment is behind it. I don't look for it to drop below what we've already paid for it. So that's the reason I like these plays whenever they're already down and then they run up on earnings, because very rarely are you ever going to be out of money on it. It's just how much profit can you make on it. So you got out of DWAC? Good, man. I'm glad you made some good profit on it. You're doing great. Oh, let me check out X. I ain't even checked it out. Yeah. This is one, does this one have earnings tomorrow too? I don't know. Let's see. Earnings on the 28th on this one. So this one, look for this one to trade in sympathy with CLF. And if CLF does good tomorrow, look for this one to do good tomorrow too. Even though its earnings is not until the 28th, this being a steel company too, this is going to probably trade in sympathy with CLF. Oh, just got another earning alert on Duo. Man, it will not break above it, will it? It's not giving me a clear sign of anything. This might offer a endpoint on it. Skills, what's Skills doing? Ooh, wait. What can this come down to? If we have to get puts on it. What do we have? It's getting rejected at the 200. Well, if it comes down here to there, we could see $50. It's at least cooling off. Okay, what was this again? Okay, I'm game on this. Let me hurry up and get some puts on Skills. Carry it until tomorrow. What's the 3-minute look like? Oh yeah. Okay, so I picked up 3 of the $10 puts. I got in at 55. So these I'll have to hold till tomorrow because I got them on the account that I have no day trades left. So up about $600, $700 today. That's not a bad day, man. I was looking at Roblox. We've been talking about it for a while now, and it's run up, but it's hit this resistance. I could see it continuing on from where it's at right now. But guys, if y'all had got in yesterday when I first called this, excuse me, you would be up 6% or $5 a share. If you would have got it when I called it back here when it popped up, you would be in it at 13% or $10 a share. I don't know how many of y'all was watching me back then around that time, but we called it if it broke out above this trend here. Even if you would have waited on the EMA strat on it, where it separates, you'd be up almost 12%. Versus on this one right here, as soon as it would have crossed under the 50. So you're looking at less than 1% to make 12% on that one. I mean, guys, these plays they're no-brainers, man. I mean, you're risking $1 to make $10. You know what I mean? You just got to know when to get out on them. That's the thing. Know when to take profits too. And don't, if they continue on, don't worry about it. Don't let that FOMO eat you up. November 12th. Okay, let's take a look at it. We have X. You said it was a 22.5, was it? For November 12th. That looks really good, man. I like that. Look at this headline I just seen. Well, if it'll pop up here, I'll show you. That's not the headline. Well, I'll read it up here. Where did I see that? Steel Dynamics leads rally. Nucor, Cleveland, CLF. Earnings on tap. See, when I click on it, it gives me something else. Right here, guys. Let's see. This says CLF earnings estimates. Cleveland Cliffs earnings per share should be off the charts, though that's partially because year-ago results didn't account for its purchase of Excelsior Middle, or MT, U.S. operations. That deal closed in December. CLF earnings are expected to rise to $2.22 per share versus 4 cents a year ago. Revenues is seen up 240% to $5.65 billion. Just so y'all know, let me show you here. That's what it says right here. I'll post this. It's about halfway down on this if we look. This headline here, I'll post it on Twitter. But that's what we're looking at. CLF earnings estimate should be off the charts. Let's post that so y'all can take a look at it if you want to. That's some awesome news. I like when everybody's on board. The same with that. But I didn't realize it was going to be that much higher earnings per share or revenue. So that's really good. AMC taking a dip. Man, I wish I'd have caught that. I'm going to start watching my messages more. Price alerts. Duo's been doing something. Let's check it out real quick. Oh, it broke up, but it come back down. Let's see what it does right here. Hold it down, though. So, guys, we've had some pretty good plays today, man. Do y'all have any tickers or anything you want me to look at? Or you just want me to keep going over plays? Let me check. Yeah, Root. Yeah, we can definitely go over Root. That's not Root. There we go. Let me draw a few lines on here to see, make sure. Yeah, so see, that's technically, let's go ahead and just move it up here like that. That's technically an ascending triangle. That's a bear flag, but really don't never go with them saying bear or bull flags. Wait to see where they break out. We can see here that on the bottom, excuse me, on the bottom we have it at support. Also, we have it on the 50-day. So instead of putting that on the trend line there, let's put it across these two here. So we do have 1/3 when that didn't double tap, or triple tap, I mean. So we just have to wait and see what it does, if it breaks out here or breaks out above this. But if I was in this right now, I wouldn't get out on that. It would have to be a clear break below the 50 before I got out of that, especially if you're in it from back here at this dip. I don't know if I would hold this over the weekend though, after tomorrow. Yeah, see, that would have been another good one to buy puts on. What did Uber end up doing? Oh man, we missed it. See, I wanted to check that out when it broke below the 50. I should have set an alert. Let's get rid of that. It's no longer needed. Huh. What is that down here at? 45.10, so $1.20, $1.30. Put options would be not a bad deal. What's the ones in the money? Yeah, it's not a bad deal at all now. Yes, we'll take a look at him, Matt. Ooh, it broke under that 200. This is, I was talking to somebody either yesterday or this morning one. I said, watch it. It keeps getting rejected at this 200. And I said, watch for a clear break below it. Well, this is a clear break below that. Let's see what it looks like on the 50-minute. Yeah, same thing with this. It got rejected at that 50-day. I mean, if this breaks this low here, this is coming on down. And if I had to guess, this is probably coming on down. Let's go to 1 hour, 1 second. We draw a line or two in here. And roughly right in there. So this is probably coming down to about $4.50 to $4.40 roughly. That would be my guess on it. Because look, it keeps getting rejected at the 50, and it's staying pretty true to that 15. Yeah, this one just, it don't look good right now. I don't mean it's done altogether. I'm just saying in the short term, it looks like it's coming on down. What puts did I get a minute ago? Skills. It's up. Skill puts are doing decent. I want to see it come on down, so I want to hold them until tomorrow. CLF is the play we're watching. It took a hit at the 50-day, so we just have to see what it does in the after hours. Man, that makes me want to pick up some shares too, and that price is really good. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Oh, I'm going to pick up 10 shares too. So that'll be 10 more on top of the 30 I got. So I'm in pretty heavy right now on CLF. What do you mean not enough? I've got plenty. Oh, I see what I was doing. Okay, so we've got, somewhere around 50, 60 shares and several contracts in this. Let's see how it does. But guys, I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me. If you would, hit that like and subscribe button. It'd really help me out with YouTube's algorithm. And go over to Twitter at WTrades. That's DUBYA Trades. Keep up with us there. Guys, we had a good morning briefing this morning. Went over some stuff. We'll do that again in the morning. And if you have any questions, anything like that, always message me on Twitter or get a hold of me on Discord. I'm going to go pick up my kids from the bus stop, and you guys have a great day. PMCB. Let me take a look at it real quick. PMCB. Ooh, dude, it crashed out on you. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks at all. It's got low volume. It keeps getting rejected. Yeah, I don't like the chart on this one at all. But alright, guys, that's got me for today. You guys have a great day. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow.